What's up, everyone? Welcome to Friday.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. Hopefully, everybody had a good week, getting ready for the weekend.
Yeah, I'm ready for the weekend, but I know it's going to be gone before I even have time to really appreciate it.
And for all of you nerds out there, tomorrow is Free Comic Book Day. Uncle Pete does work in a comic book store, so I'll be busting my behind tomorrow.
That means you
And
go in
we
there and
all
you kick him
know
in the nuts
Sunday
and you take a
is
comic
May the
book.
4th.
Just beat Uncle Pete up. Go find Uncle Pete's comics to shop, knock over all the shelves, and beat him up. And then tell the people at the comic shop that Uncle Pete told you to do that on the internet.
Yep.
That's
Tell him Uncle Preston sent you.
Tell him Uncle Preston sent you. And put 2 bullets in.
Yeah, May the 4th. Has anybody got any plans? Is anybody going to go to Free Comic Book Day or do any Star Wars stuff on Sunday?
Ooh, if episode 3 is still in theaters, I do kind of want to watch that again.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming, and then it came out like last week, and I'm like, oh, I totally forget.
Yeah, and I heard the theater experience. People are saying it's a really I saw it in the theater when I was stationed in Japan, so that's when I've seen it. The last time I've seen it, really.
No, you're not late. It's regular trivia. Regular trivia is at 8:30. Theme trivia starts at 8:15, maybe 8 o'clock. It's announced ahead of time, so there's more time for the questions. Did you get that thing I sent you? Movie More was doing.
Shelby and I were talking. We're gonna have to have too many 8-9 wins, 8-9 corrections for a win. So
answer inflation.
We're gonna have to turn it up a little bit.
It's time for a crackdown. We are waging a war. We are putting reciprocal tariffs on trivia questions.
And we discussed one of our theme is going to be called guess, because you're going to have to guess every single answer.
Yeah, you're gonna have to guess. That's how brutal it's gonna be. Jay's probably gonna win that night.
Right.
Professional guesser.
Like, who was the 3rd script writer in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4?
Yes, I want to see Sinners. I want to see episode 3. I did see it in theaters when it came out when I was a kid. So I saw I didn't see episode 1 in theaters, but I saw 2 and 3 in theaters. So
I saw Return of the Jedi in theaters when I was just before I was even an uncle.
That's dope. I mean, we watched the specialized VHS tapes in the mid-90s. That was my first Star Wars experience. I got to watch all of them at my grandma's house, but I do own the Laserdisc copy of
I think,
the Star
is that
Wars.
the only version you can get now without the gross additions?
Yes. Well, unless you own the Laserdisc version, which is like the last one they made that had no edits in it. But you know what didn't have edits in it? Lake Mungo. What was the name of the psychic in Lake Mungo? And if you are a patron or a YouTube channel member, Patrick and I just did a watch of this, and we recorded it, and we will, if it's not already posted, it will be posted soon. So we're trying to get those done.
Gut-wrenching at the end.
That was we'd never seen it before. So Patrick gave me was a list of 3 movies. You all got to vote on it as a community, and we picked that one. And for you all who aren't subscribers, we will make it available on the channel a few weeks from now. So you'll get to see it, get a taste of what we're doing for our contributing members. But what was the name of the psychic in that movie?
Good movie.
It was. It was like it gave me anxiety. It was like it felt a lot like Blumhouse. It felt like Sinister. I kept thinking something was going to start moving in the background every scene.
And it's just like the still photographs. It was just like
I swear to God, I thought something was going to turn and look at you like Bagul. I mean, I was like ready to jump out of my seat. That was part of the worst part about it. Is like it really was a pretty straight up documentary kind of thing, and then it got a little supernatural and creepy at the end with the found footage.
And then you see the photo. I don't want to do spoilers, but some of the photos you see somebody in the background.
But it's a slow build. But it is worth it. It was definitely worth a watch. And funny enough, the director hadn't done anything until Late Night with the Devil. So he's got it dialed in. He did nothing for almost 15, 20 years after making this movie, and then came back.
And by the way, all my questions tonight are comic related, since tomorrow is Free Comic Book Day.
So good luck.
Who co-created the horror comic Swamp Thing? Was it Len Wein, Jack Kirby, Jerry Conway, or Alan Moore? Who is one of the co-creators of Alec Holland, the Swamp Thing, Len Wein, Jack Kirby, Mr. Jerry Conway, or Alan Moore? Met him at a con once. Hell of a nice guy.
What's a movie that features the Swamp Thing? If you know, put it in the chat.
I like Return of Swamp Thing. I think he looks great.
And damn it, you gave it away, Uncle. It was that easy. His Return of the Swamp.
I mean, the movie's got such goofy characters. It's just it's such a comic book movie. And those two kids are gold.
Yeah, Alan Moore could probably make a pretty dope Swamp Thing. You're right. That'd be dope. I would love an Alan Moore treatment of Swamp Thing.
And I have an Alan Moore Swamp Thing, his first issue at the shop.
Isn't that just
Len Wein?
Yes.
Also created everybody's favorite mutant adamantium Wolverine.
Never heard of him. Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman guy, right?
Well, Josh says Alan Moore did a huge run of Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I want to get that issue number 1.
I was thinking, isn't Abe Sapien just a Swamp Thing spiritually? Just a cultured Swamp Thing? Hellboy fans?
Yeah, by far the best run of Swamp Thing. By far.
This is probably a layup, but I went on a found footage bent. So our things were comic books and found footage this week. What city does As Above, So Below, the 2014 version, take place in? Because there's multiple movies with that name, and I don't need y'all coming at me.
Oh, really?
It's one for like the 60s. A Tarantino Swamp Thing. It's just going to feature webbed feet.
Yeah, it's just gonna be feet.
An Eli Roth Swamp Thing and just feature cannibalism somehow.
It's gonna have the Tarantino would have Samuel Jackson just say Mother Trucker.
Actually, I would pay money for that. I'm tired of
Samuel Jackson as Swamp Thing, and he just
tired of these Monday, Tuesday snakes in my Thursday, Friday swamp.
I'd pay to see that.
I would pay to see that. That would be amazing. Just a swamp full of milk and doo-doo. Yeah. Congratulations. There's your 100%er for the night.
Yep. I don't know if we'll have any others. So far, we've had a couple misses each one.
Yeah, that is true, Mama. They've all been one so far. I don't like it when the trivia software doesn't start to give in like the right answer in the same slot. I hope that doesn't continue.
Yeah, it does randomize it. Well,
it's supposed to randomize it.
Yeah.
And technically getting the same slot 3 times in a row is a function of randoms, but
all right. So which comic character or characters has Godzilla not had a crossover with? Was it the Power Rangers, Superman, Spider-Man, or the Ghostbusters?
I think more impressive is that there's been a crossover of 3 of these.
Yeah. Who's Godzilla not had a crossover with so far?
We should have put Spider-Man with the hyphen and Spider-Man without the hyphen.
Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man. Yeah, who's he? And Godzilla's been all over the place.
But he's never been home.
Good old Godzilla.
Always working. Life on the road's tough.
Who is he not? Had a crossover. One is kind of like, I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, that one, honestly, that makes the most sense out of all of them, truly.
Exactly.
That's basically just an episode of the Power Rangers.
It was the Ghostbusters. And I got proof right here for the Spider-Man one. Currently in the comics on the shelf last week. Godzilla versus Spider-Man.
Shiny.
And I got Godzilla versus
you have to go to Uncle Pete's house and he has to give you a free comic. And if he doesn't have another comic to give you, you can get whatever you want out of his house. One piece per person.
Yeah.
Go for the furniture.
Josh from Movie Timeless has touched my comics.
Well, so Josh, hit up Josh, go subscribe to his channel, and he'll give you Pete's address. Free comic weekday. P-Nerps we'll get you a plane ticket. You can come on in.
Yes, you can, P-Nerps. You can.
LAX is not that far away.
Do you have permission? Yep.
Do you have permission? I don't need permission. Neither of these kidnapping victims who were they were kidnapped in a bank robbery and then they got brought to the lair of a serial killer by accident in this movie. What was it called? What's the name of this movie? Is it The Botch Job? Is it Saw? Is it Malevolence? Or is it Lying in Wait? What is the name of
None for you?
It is not None for You, but Honestly, I can't believe this was a real movie. I've never seen this before. I found some weird shit on IMDb this week.
I've never heard that one.
It is Malevolence. The Botch Job was my made-up movie answer, and Lying in Wait as well. I know Lying in Wait probably is a movie, but that's Malevolence. And with that brings us to halftime. We have a meaty amount of things to talk about for halftime. So first of all, we're going to tell you what movies are coming up at the top of the hour. We have The Black Mass, and it's about Marco Vasquez, who's once again at the heart of a generational nightmare, confronting a malevolent force. We just had that answer, malevolent, that has plagued his family. In The Black Mass, he returns to his childhood home for a final confrontation with the entity that has brought tragedy and fear into their lives. What begins as a quest for peace turns into a battle for survival against something far older and far darker than he ever imagined. Prepare for an unrelenting tale of spiritual warfare and buried secrets. We like buried secrets.
Yep.
And then what's the second movie, Uncle Pete?
And next up after that at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, we've got Pet Graveyard, but only if you're in the United States or Canada. In a desperate attempt to speak with the dead, a group of thrill seekers perform a dangerous ritual known as the Brinking, venturing into a mysterious realm between life and death. But the price of tampering with the afterlife is, as they say, steep. When they return, a sinister force follows them. One thing wants to drag them back. Pet Graveyard is a chilling supernatural thriller where death doesn't take no for an answer.
We have Discount Pet Cemetery tonight, folks.
Yep.
And thank you, P-Nerps. P-Nerps just paid for Pet Graveyard. And the biggest and most bestest announcement that I can make tonight is that if you happen to be in the Eastern Tennessee region this weekend, specifically Knoxville, Alcoa, Tennessee, Patrick and I will be running a table at FrankenCon May 9th and 10th. So next week, what did I say, this weekend? Next weekend, May 9th and 10th. Joe Bob Briggs is going to be there. Darcy the Mail Girl, Rhonda Shear, Adam Cesare, who's the author of Clown in a Cornfield, which is getting really hot right now. Michael Berryman, Kelly Maroney, Dee Wallace, Danny Pintaro, tons of cool horror celebrities.
That's mad.
KOH, we're going to have a table, and we're going to be screening the best of KOH on Saturday night from 5 to 6:45. And we might try to do trivia live. And if there's actual KOH fans in the crowd, we might be able to get you on the channel. So let's make that happen, guys.
And the best of KOH is just going to be nonstop trivia, past trivias with Shelby and I.
That does not start in 15 minutes. That is next week, Patrick. So come check us out. It's if you want to find out more information, look up FrankenCon or go to FrankenConTN for Tennessee.com. That's their website. Tickets are pretty cheap to get in. Hotels are pretty plentiful over there. If you're in the area, it's pretty drivable. I mean, it's 2 hours from me. So come see us. We will be there. We will be tabling. We'll have lots of KOH stickers and cool stuff. Yeah, so we're excited about that. We'll try to do something live to celebrate too. So, but yeah, we might try to do some bonus trivia from the actual convention. Cool. That'd be dope. And with that, we will go back to the trivia game. Woo. Darcy's really cool. I met Darcy and Joe Bob when they did the drive-in in Memphis, and we got to see Halloween 3, and I met Tom Atkins, and I also got to take a picture with Tim Capello, the sexy sax man himself.
You watched it 31 times.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Was it before or after you watched it 21 times?
That was after.
All right, so which of these comic book characters did not first appear in their own series? Vampirella, Spawn, Man-Thing, or Hellboy?
I got you, Patrick.
One of these characters did not first appear in their own series. Vampirella, Spawn, Man-Thing, or Hellboy?
And Isaiah, I still have not received your returned package from USPS, so I'm hoping it shows back up so I can send it back to you. Otherwise, I'm going to make a whole new bootleg, and it's not going to be as historical as the original bootleg that I sent you. So that's tragic. It's tragic. If they lost the bootleg DVD, I'm going to be really pissed. The memories. I made a fake cover for it and everything. I printed out a streaky inkjet cover for the bootleg DVD.
I think most of you guys got this one. Little spread. It was Man Thing, which was Strange Tales, but Spawn, Vampirella, and Hellboy all starred in Spawn 1, Vampirella number 1, and Hellboy number 1, respectively, of course.
Yeah, Hellboy always been standing on business, so he was always going to be the feature. He was never going to be the guest. Well, like I said, hopefully it shows up, Isaiah. I'm hoping it shows up. So, otherwise, I'll send you another something.
Did I say Strange Tales? Their movie morgue? I might have.
Otherwise known as husband. Vampirella made me a man. Oh gosh! All right, this movie features ghost hunters in a haunted hospital. Is it Trauma Central, Silent Hill, Grave Encounters, or Flatliners? And you found footage freaks will be all over this one. This should be a pretty easy one. Savage Tales.
And it's been a minute since I've seen Flatliner. That's a good one. I haven't seen the remake.
I don't think I've seen the remake. The original one's a classic. But my money's on Trauma Central.
Very good trauma. That sounds like a good one.
I like how Silent Hill's not technically wrong, but it's just wrong enough that you should have picked it as the answer for this. All right, I got somebody. I got Freddy. Yep. Grave Encounters. Grave Encounters.
I love how they just come off douchey like the Ghost Adventure guys.
It really is pretty funny because
it's so good. It's like cringe in the right spots. You get that cringe.
Oh look, King's coming out with excuses now. I was late. Okay. Oh. Answer earlier. 7 other players got their answers in. 8 other players got their answers in on time.
Movie Morgue thought Grave Encounters was an actual ghost hunting show.
Which, I mean, that's how they made it. It was like a mockumentary thing.
So who has the Predator not had a battle with in comic books? Was it Wolverine, Swamp Thing, Batman, or Archie? Who has the Predator never fought in a comic book? Wolverine, Swamp Thing, not related to Man Thing, Batman, or Archie?
Thing, unrelated.
Yep.
That's an Ellis Island problem, I guess. They just gave everything as a last name.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think of that? I saw that Predator trailer, and the way he looked at the end, it was no like.
I just want to slap his big old bald head.
His eyes were like too human. It almost looked like a half breed.
Might be.
But let's find out who has Predator not had a battle with in the comic books. It was.
It was a Swamp Thing. Everybody was picking Archie.
Yes, there has been an Archie versus Predator, Batman versus Predator, and Wolverine. He has never fought Swamp Thing.
Scared. Coward. Coward. I feel like Archie's got powers like, Shaggy has powers, right? You don't want to battle Archie. He's
for real there, Isaiah. There's an Archie versus Predator.
Archie versus Predator.
Will Betty and Veronica survive?
Maybe that's why the Predator looks so human. They bred with the Predators. And here's another one. A family moves into a farmhouse haunted by its murdered occupants in this movie. And there shouldn't be an apostrophe in that. Because it's not. It is. It is the house is murdered occupants. Is it The Messengers? Is it The Curse? Is it The Conjuring? Or is it Blood Harvest? What is this movie where a family moves into a farmhouse and it's haunted by murdered occupants?
It's a found footage movie that goes into a farmhouse where it's like they got alien ship in there and then they weren't supposed to open the door. Can never remember it though.
That's my home movies, man. Always keep the cameras rolling.
But what was that film, ladies and gentlemen? How'd you guys do? I think most of the people got.
I think our winner, unfortunately, is going to have 7 or 8.
Yeah, I think 8.
I don't think anybody got 9. But they definitely everybody got one question right tonight that was answering.
I don't know if anybody's gotten them all right, though.
I don't think so.
No, because, tell them one of our, someone was the only one who got it right. So, I don't know. We shall see in a few seconds. That last question. This question was the hardest question I made for the night, so it's a little unfair, but we'll see.
They don't get mad at you. They only yell at me.
In Alan Moore's run on Swamp Thing, which we were talking about earlier, what issue does he introduce the concept that Swamp Thing is not actually Alec Holland, but a plant creature who absorbed his memories? Was it Swamp Thing, not Swamp? Annual number 2. Thing. Saga of Swamp Thing number 24, Saga of Swamp Thing number 21, or Saga of Swamp Thing number 20.
I can hear Alan Moore clicking away.
People love his run. He said Swamp Thing really wasn't Alec Holland like in the movie, rather a plant creature who absorbed his memories.
Can you hear him Googling furiously?
Was it the annual Saga number 24, 21, or 20? Everybody's...
Remember, I'm always watching. I have keyloggers on everybody's computers. Yep. And King, we need to talk. Seen a lot of things I can't unsee.
People guessing. Damn, Simply got it. It was Saga of Swamp. He started his run on number 20, and in 21, he had the idea that it was just a plant creature.
Simply's a goat. Even if it was a guess, Simply. You guessed right. That was the champion answer right there.
Nobody guessed it. No, I think it's odd. Nobody guessed his first issue, number 20. I knew the annual was going to get people.
1 in 4 chance, baby. 1 in 4 chance. People, that's better than most lotteries. Yep. That's way better than most lotteries.
Nobody picked his first issue.
And look, the champion of guessing.
No. Jay's second win of the year.
Let's see. Let's enter it in the column here.
Then we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-way tie for second.
That's pretty impressive. That may be our biggest tie.
Yeah, by sure. I think by far we've had 6, but an 8-place tie for second.
You all find new ways to impress me. And
Jay already cementing himself for Tournament of Champions 2026.
Yes. Two wins. Jay's up there. Summer, though. Summer's been the runaway champion of the year so far.
Summer is definitely a big contender. And Jason always on top. Movie Morgue doing really well. Patrick, Scooby, Herp's up there. Joseph Tricoli always in the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, we've got there's 4 people that have won multiple times already this year. So I feel like that's pretty good. Through 4 months, we've had some multiple winners already. So still a lot of time to go.
But still, I don't like this. A winner, I think, should get 7 right. We're going to make it tougher.
Yeah, we're going to have to listen. If we have to start arbitrarily taking somebody's correct answers away, then so be it. We are benevolent trivia dictators. But we are dictators.
More. We're going to go to books and TV shows.
I mean, it says Friday night horror trivia. Yep. Test your movie knowledge, but I mean, it's horror.
We're gonna go to horror podcast.
All these comics you talked about have movies based on them. You know, these characters they appear in multiple medias. So
that's why
you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready.
That's why I chose horror comics, but ones that everyone's heard of. Yeah. Predator, Godzilla,
the hits, horror, poetry. We could be evil. I don't know. P-Nerps keeps suggesting poetry, which makes me think P-Nerps is like the poetry master. So we gotta be careful. Right. You can't do podcasts when we're not bots. I see your challenge and I raise it with "Don't try me." When is the Lobo
movie? Mark, I also agree. I can't wait for. What's his face to play Lobo. I think he's the perfect casting for Lobo. That's why he said he got happy that he doesn't have to be ripped anymore because Lobo's got a little bit of a paunch to him and stuff. So it's like the perfect role for him.
I could see it.
Yeah,
The
'cause I think
lowest
when he was
winning number,
filming Fast
Jason.
X,
What do we
they
have?
were
4?
interviewing him, and he said it was nice just to be able to eat donuts and not have to like dehydrate yourself for a week to get ripped.
Yeah, I think 4. I think 4 is the lowest winning correct answers.
Yeah,
It
that was
wasn't
a
that
few
long ago.
weeks
Wasn't that
ago.
this year? Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't too. I can't remember what episode that was, but I think
It
that was
was not that
Joseph.
far back. We had
Yeah,
it.
I know it was Joseph Tricoli who won.
Joseph won. That was his first win of the year. Or Jason won.
I'm trying to think. Was that our? It was one of our. Was it one of our themes? Because we made it hard.
No, I don't remember. God, it's
Joseph, I
crazy.
don't know if you can remember which one you won. I gotta go back now.
The liver damage is no joke. That's how you know you're alive. It's the organ failure.
That wasn't
Squishy
too long
blood
ago.
bags. But well, with that, it's
Movies
time
will
for the
start.
movies. So we will get off of here. I'm gonna go try to see Sinners this weekend. So I'm trying to
I'm gonna
keep
see
my
Thunderbolts on Sunday. I'll be
horror
working
movies
tomorrow.
going. Everybody go beat up Uncle Pete tomorrow at Free Comic
Uncle
Book
Preston
Day.
sent you.
And then come to Eastern Tennessee and see Patrick and me and KOH live next week. And we might be doing trivia live next week, or at least my portion will be live from the convention. And we'll have Uncle Preston phone in. So next horror trivia questions about what happened on horror trivia. Go meta with it.
Yeah.
That's actually really funny. We might do that for April Fools or something sometime. All right, guys. We're going to switch it over to the winners, and you all go watch the movie.